Let's dive into 5 tips on filming bride and groom prep in 5 minutes or less, or your money back. Wait, you guys aren't paying for this? In that case,
go f yourself, San Diego.
You know what? Let's try that again. Do you struggle with capturing bride and groom prep on the wedding day? If so, this video is for you. The best way to approach prep from either the bride or the groom is to first assess the room. What does the lighting look like? Is the room a disaster? Will you end up having to move a ton of things around just to get a clean shot? And chances are, yes to all of the above. But before you even record, it is so crucial to just set the tone in a positive way and just check in on the bride and groom. That means no cameras, don't even worry about press and record just yet. You are just going in there and checking on them, letting them know that you're here, you're excited about the day, just affirming them and really setting that tone on a positive note. Because if you go right into the room and just start recording, you don't make any introductions, you don't introduce yourself, it can be a little bit jarring and it can elevate the already elevated anxiety of the day. So you just want to make sure that you're going into this day as a friend first and then a filmmaker second. But here's the truth. All these cinematic groom and bride shots that you see in most wedding films, while they are truly beautiful and they really help capture the essence and the beauty of your couples in a powerful way, can sometimes feel a little bit unrealistic. And there is a process to getting these elevated shots that also caters to the authenticity of the moment. And when it comes to capturing these moments, it all starts with tip number 1, which is your lighting. Large windows are your best friend on the wedding day. Make sure you are utilizing natural light as much as you can. As wedding filmmakers, we can't always control the lighting in some instances, so using what is available will help you capture these moments in an authentic way. If the venue has limited windows and natural light, you can always add light with a portable LED like the Aperture MC Pro. It's not ideal, but it is better than nothing. And it's a lot easier to sneak the groom outdoors to capture some getting ready shots versus trying to sneak the bride. So having an external option is going to be better than nothing. Tip number 2 is affirmation. Affirmation is just an amazing way to create a positive environment for your bride and groom. Because let's face it, they are nervous. Their emotions are at an all-time high. And whether or not they are showcasing that on the outside, internally, you can bet that they are a bit nervous. So being their guide, being their hype man or woman, and just keeping the energy up and the vibe strong, you are going to be able to capture some really beautiful shots this way because you're going to boost their confidence and you're going to make them feel a lot more comfortable. And it's not just about hyping them up for the sake of your shots, but it's also beneficial for the couple's overall experience. Tip number 3 is going to be to use a prime lens. Prime lenses are a great way to bring more light into your frame, create more depth, and separate your subject from the background. Especially if the room is a crazy mess, at least a blurry background can mask some of those distractions. I personally love to use a 50mm for all of the prep stages on a wedding day, but you can also use a 24 or 35 to add some variety to your scenes. Which leads me into tip number 4, and that is going to be to build a scene. The truth is you only need 4 shots to build an effective scene during prep. Consider which moment is more impactful for your story. For me, this may include 4 shots of the groom putting on his jacket, 4 shots of him writing his vows, or 4 shots of him waiting on his bride. These shots can be a wide, medium, 2 close-ups to help create an immersive story. And for the bride, this can include a wide shot of her getting her dress zipped, a medium shot of mom's face helping her, a close-up of the hands, and a close-up of the bride. And for this last and final tip, it's going to be important to realize that the bride and groom are not the only people at this wedding. Realistically, they hired you for a completely different reason, and that wasn't just for them. You have their family members, the bridal party, kids, dogs even, a wide variety of people that are just really important in their lives. So it's going to be extremely important to make sure that you're capturing them and including them into the footage that you capture. Because these are people that the bride and groom really want to see in their video. So make sure that you are making it a mission to capture these important people for the bride and groom and just understand what is most important to them. The cinematic shots and beautiful portraits of our VIPs, the bride and groom, will always be a staple in the filmmaking process. but it's gonna be really important to focus on what truly matters for the films we make for our couples. And there you have it. That is 5 tips on filming bride and groom prep. Hopefully you found it helpful and valuable in some way. If you did, it would mean so much if you consider liking and subscribing. And until next time, keep creating and telling beautiful stories. Peace.